Well, guys, the market crash has begun. We kind of figured it might happen this weekend with there being a lot of things going on, and exactly what we thought might happen has indeed happened. A decent portion of that was because of the Arda Güler SBC that looks pretty damn good. But we're going to get into even more of the market stuff. We have got FUT champs being busted, and at least it was busted last weekend. We had no idea that was the case, but turns out the matchmaking actually was glitched the entire time, which leads us to assume, I guess, a couple of things that we will get into when we get to that part of the video as well. If you guys would like to buy coins, you can go to mmoxp.com. There will be a link in the top of the description. They're the safest and the cheapest option, and you can use my code JFC at checkout for an 8% discount. Plus some other leaks, some other news, some other, I don't know, bullshit that we'll talk about, of course. Thank you guys all for watching. As always, we'll also open a hero upgrade today. At the end of the video, we will have our base hero upgrade, and I spent only I think 15k to complete it. It pained me to do that because there were a lot of great SBCs out, obviously. I don't know why I said there were. There are a lot of great SBCs out right now that Pulisic and Kane and Holland and Güler all look worth saving up towards. Well, Güler you can kind of do pretty easily, actually, but the other three look like you might want to save up for those. But we're here for a good time, not a long time, so we're doing the content route here. Did I say thank you all for watching and being here? I think I did, but I'm going to say it again because I mean it. And by the way, I think the poll winner was actually the past video. I think it was like 54-46. It was very close. Both videos will be out very soon. I actually had the tactics one done already, but I'm going to upload the other one first. Got to make that video. And streaming update too. I'm really hoping this week is a week we can go back. So I'll keep you guys updated with all of that. And now, okay, so let's get started with Güler here. He looks very, very good. The stats actually did him justice for how hype some people were for this SBC, and very good in-game stats. Play styles are very, very good. He's got a couple extra rolls too. This was a big reason why the cams died today. Like, cams went down even more than the rest of the market did. The market went down pretty substantially today. So Güler played a part of that. I think the rest of the players did too, like the Kane and Pulisic and Holland now. Like, they all played a part in it, but Güler was the biggest reason today. And also a very good evolution dropped. That's nice to see. A good Evo. Backline glow, 10,000 coins, and it's worth it. It's worth the 10k, I would say. I just saw this Bassy card I had down here, and he looks very, very good. 83 pace, 84 defending, 87 physical. Yes, no playstyle plus, but he's very low rated, and I feel like as time goes on here, we're going to see a lot of playstyle plus Evos. Gets defender plus, I believe, as well, which is what everybody runs right now. Just a good Evo. It's nice to see. It's nice to see these. My Juventus squad, guys, do I do Kalulu or Gatti? Somebody please tell me. Gatti's card looks like this here. 80 pace, 84 defending, 82 physical. Kalulu's card is 82 pace, 84 defending, 81 physical. I'm leaning towards Kalulu, but I think Gatti's got better play styles. So Kalulu looks like this right here. It's the two play styles that the Evo just gives them. So it's block and jockey. But then Gatti also has, I think he has Bruiser. And with this update, he's 6'3" as well, by the way. With this update, Bruiser now is better. So Gatti or Kalulu, somebody please help me. Okay, I don't know who to pick here. But okay, you know what? We're actually going to start with talking about FUT champs, because it turns out the FUT champs matchmaking from last weekend was not correct. And let's go and read it right now. I'm not too surprised by this, considering there were a few oddities in my personal matchmaking from last weekend, and I saw some oddities too from you guys in the comments. And here was the EA Direct's tweet at content time today, just after FUT champs went live. They say, ahead of this weekend, we've identified and addressed an issue affecting the form aspect of matchmaking in FUT champs. Generally speaking, you could expect to matchmake with players who are in similar form to you. So this is basically them making a statement without really saying much, because they don't want to say a couple of things in here that we'll address. But first of all, this is an admittance right here to champs matchmaking last weekend. Something was obviously wrong with it. Form was not considered as it should have been. And the oddities I was saying that last weekend I endured, I think it was like 10-1 at one point, and I played somebody, or maybe it was 9-1. I played somebody who was just not very good. And I was surprised by that, because I think when I look back at all of last year, I maybe played somebody at that skill level a handful of times, and it was always within the first few games, right? So I was just surprised by that. I'm like, okay, well, maybe he's got lucky and he's like 4-0 or something like that, and I matchmaked against him. But now, in hindsight, it obviously makes a lot of sense why I was playing somebody like that. It was just broken. So they admit to that, and now it's been fixed. And if you're a player who maybe had a really bad weekend league last weekend, it might be because you were actually playing people who were out of your skill level. So keep that in mind. And also, if you finished really well, you might have been playing people who were under your skill level. And funnily enough, I didn't take advantage of that. I did the exact same. I go 13-2 like every weekend, and I went 13-2 again, so it didn't matter for me. But if you are a lesser skill player, this will be important to you. And also the second sentence, generally speaking, you can expect to matchmake with players who are in similar, similar, the big word here, form to you. And some of the replies asking down here, like, yeah, can you define similar form? It would help a lot. And that was sort of the consensus in the replies was like, well, can you define what similar form exactly is? Because it's kind of up in the air what that means. This has been the same matchmaking format in FUT Champs for the entire time it's existed. It's always been form-based. And the reason they don't want to tell you exactly what the matchmaking process looks like is so that you cannot manipulate it. Matchmaking is a very, I guess, sort of like hush-hush process, more than you would think in many games out there. Ironically enough, Call of Duty finally admitted skill-based matchmaking sucked, and now it's gone. They canned it when there was finally competition towards COD, now with BF6 coming out, which if you guys have played Battlefield, by the way, let me know if you like it. But matchmaking is very hush-hush, and some of the time it's because they don't want to explain to you how to manipulate it, because if you know it, you probably can manipulate it. But anyway, the point is here, matchmaking for champs. Let me know the difference if you played this weekend compared to last weekend, because it's going to be back to where it should be. Now, also, this opens the door. I know I'm rambling going on here. I apologize if you don't give a shit. This opens the door more too to just more matchmaking glitches, because as we know, there's been a lot of complaints over the years about rivals matchmaking problems and how people in Div 5 like can't get out of Div 5. They're playing guys who are player locking everywhere. It's like kind of strange why there's player locking guys in Div 6 or wherever in March. People are player locking in Div 6. Like, it's strange. There have been a lot of rumors of weird matchmaking problems and things along those lines. It opens the door, and I'm sure there's other glitches out there. I'm happy they told us. They could have just not told us, and we all were like left in the dark about this. So I want to give them their credit that they did tell us that, but obviously, how does the matchmaking get busted when it's the same exact game mode again for the 7th straight year at the start of the game? It just leads you 7th straight year. It's the 9th straight year that we've had FUT champs, I think. So FIFA 17 to 25, including 25, it's 9. This is a 9th FIFA with FUT champs. I don't know. But anyway, if you guys have noticed anything different in matchmaking today on FUT champs, let me know. But also wanted to shout this one out because FUT Police Leaks, you got to just respect this. He's getting his bag, trying to get these Patreon, or sorry, Discord, like paid Discord users into his Discord, right? FUT Police Leaks, promise made, promise kept. I told you earlier today, it will be a great trading day. Having all SPC requirements helped us to go all in on Real Madrid links and Leipzig before 6 p.m. I will say it again, tomorrow will be a great trading day. So something's coming out tomorrow, I guess, some sort of challenge SPC or something that people must be making a lot of coins off of at some point tomorrow. But what do you mean trading day? You're not trading, you're just insider trading. Does insider trading count as trading? I don't know. Is that how it works? Yeah, there's no trading going on here. This is something completely different than that. You just have the leaks and shit. So anyway, this is still going on. FUT Police Leaks advertising his leaks coming early in his Discord. So we're just without that. Like, we just cannot get access to that. I might actually, you know what I'm going to do? I might pay to get in his Discord, guys, and give you guys the leaks. But no, I won't do that. But that would be pretty funny. Next up, we do have a couple more SPCs that we didn't see yesterday. So we'll go and look at those here. We saw the whole first 4. We did not see Batoon. Batoon's down there. Pretty solid cam card, actually. We did not see Idrissa Gay. So Gay makes it in, and that's another, like, okay center mid card. Nothing too crazy there. And then Matthias Sule actually also looks like a pretty good cam. 84 pace, 84 passing, 86 dribbling. One of these cards will be the gauntlet reward. We don't know yet. One of Sule, Diouf, Gay, Agard, Batoon, or Mateta, I think. One of these guys will be the gauntlet reward that opens up in just a couple days here, I think. And then one of the funniest bits about the market over the last about 24 hours-ish or so. So the market crashed. Obviously, we know that already. It's like, it's crashing. I wouldn't say it's some sort of like massive crash. It might get there by tomorrow, but it's really going down right now. Claudia Pina, before this even happened, like there was no market crash yet whatsoever, was 30K down post-patch. And you know why? Because people started to believe the bruiser patch like made women's attackers terrible. What? Where did this come from? Like, how does one patch ruin an attacker like this? It doesn't happen, right? So every trader who's out there saying like, no, you just don't know how supply and demand works, you moron. Yeah, it definitely was not a bubble price. Definitely was not. And I want to be fair. So to be fair, people were selling because she's going back in packs today. That plays a part in this. Absolutely. But when this card was 107K, it was just unbelievable that any card could be that price. And it's just like pure legit hype, like pure legit, like, oh, she's so good, you guys have to use her. And also apparently everyone's saying she's the exact same. Like, she's not any worse, and no women's attackers are worse. bruisers a little bit better now, but is there anything different in any of the gameplay since this update really, or is it mostly the same? People have been losing their minds, by the way. I saw Krause losing his mind, like debating on Twitter about how actually manual defending actually means this. Manual defending is apparently when you don't touch your center backs. That's manual defending, according to Krause. Now, I actually understand what he's trying to say here. Let me read his tweet. He says, I honestly can't believe how stupid people can be sometimes. The entire point of not touching the defenders till the end is the manual defending. So he's trying to say that the entire point of not touching any of your back four is the manual defending. But what he means by that, I see what he's trying to say. He's saying, next sentence, they don't auto-close gaps anymore because it's manual now. In FC 25, you could rush them at the opponent. AI was covering spaces. So he's saying you pull your center back out of position. The AI covers that space last year. That's the AI defending. Whereas this year, the manual defending is not touching your back four, because if you do touch your back four, bring your center back out, the AI does not close the gap automatically. So I see what he's attempting to say, but the premise of this is funny as shit, because like, yeah, actually, when you don't touch your back four, that's when manual defending is really good. So this started a debate of ridiculous proportion, and I was just sitting here like, I'm just having fun sitting back and watching everybody lose their shit right now, because you have some people saying manual defending is way too terrible, and some people saying AI defending and drop back is ridiculous. You have so many just different opinions out there right now, and some people are so upset about this. It's pretty fun just sitting back and watching everybody lose their shit. I'm enjoying the game for what it is right now, and that might change tomorrow. It might never change. I don't know. I'm just hopping on and playing the game and enjoying it. That's all I know. If you're not enjoying it, that's totally okay. You don't have to lose your mind at people. But yeah, check out Twitter discourse right now for a wonderful time, and it's actually people like shit's hitting the fan on Twitter. Okay, let's talk about the market crash now, because it's kind of getting towards crash territory. Did they not change Oscar Bob's price range yet? No, they didn't. So 130,000 coins. They have not changed that yet. I don't know who made that price range, but that was not the smartest price range I've ever seen in my life. Ekatike is extinct at what? Where's Ekatike extinct at? Ekatike is extinct at 550, and this card is debatably worse than Oscar Bob, so I don't know. That seems like a really odd price range, but anyway, beside the point. Scrolling down to the gold cards down here, Claudia Pina 54k, Holland 73, Kamavinga 15k now, Pacho 91, Frimpong 22, Marmouche 8. Point is, obviously, these gold cards are crashing a lot. We kind of knew there'd be a point this year where this does happen, and if you guys watched yesterday's video, we did kind of call that, so hopefully you guys sold. Didn't take Einstein to see it, but I have to shout it out so you guys can keep coming back and watching my dumbass. I actually think we totally just let this continue until really Sunday, because right now there's still that weekend league demand, and it still is dropping. I think with weekend league rewards plus sell-off of teams come like Saturday night into Sunday morning, and then it's the whole day Sunday, I think we definitely want to wait right now. At that point, there actually might be a pretty decent window to buy. I think that the gold cards are not going to crash as much as they did in previous years because of the whole power curve situation right now. So the last like 2 years, you'd have seen, I don't know, you'd have seen, let's just say maybe Lorente. I'll try and find a better example, I guess. Maybe Konate, who's 11k right now. Like Araujo at 83 rated would already be pretty much 1,000 coins. Like I think last year's market, this card is pretty much done for already. When the first really bad gold crash happens, this card's finished. And right now, he's still holding that 6,000 price point, which is nice. And that goes for another Barca link like Balde too, right? He's still 17,000 coins like that. These cards are going to hold a little bit more value than in previous years. So there might actually be a Sunday night, Monday morning buy time for some of these gold cards that we'll talk about in the video that night. Because we do have Gauntlet coming up, and Gauntlet did raise the market up when we had it last, and the reward was Kudus, and that was pretty good. So if it matches Kudus, which we could still see another one leaked here, but is anyone going to match Kudus from this team? Like Mateta's probably not going to match Kudus's hype, I guess. You've got Diouf and Sule and Batud. Like, I don't know who's going to match the hype from Kudus, so maybe actually I wouldn't probably worry about Gauntlet too much. Besides, like, if there's pack rewards that are really good, then it really won't matter. But player-wise, yeah, not really too sure right now. If you have not sold yet, this probably gets a little worse. I would sell some of these cards right now. Wouldn't be shocked if Balde goes to 12k. And cards of this ilk, I think you might just want to sell into the drop right now, because I think that could get quite a bit worse. And if you guys had balls to hold into content time today, hold fodder, sorry, into content time today, you're going to be rewarded, I think, because right now the hero pick's coming out. So we still have this, where is it? Let's go try and find a picture of it. Well, right here, this Guti, Papon, and Bompastor player pick likely costs around 100k as a leak. And 100k is, if you look at the squads here, an 87 squad's 86k. So we might see like an 86 and 85, or an 86, 85, 84, something like that to combine to 100k. So 85s, 86s, 87s will probably go up, I think, a bit. I think Guti and this hero pick will be pretty in demand, actually, I think. So I think it is worthy, actually. If you have fodder right now and you haven't sold it yet, you might as well actually just hold on to it still. I didn't want to hold on to it to content time today, but Arda Güler really helped the price of some of this fodder today, and didn't really see that coming. Yeah, it's kind of it at the moment, I think. I don't really know if there's much else to say here. If you guys want the, the safer cards to always buy in these kinds of moments are always going to be the rarer cards, the heroes, the icons, the really expensive golds that are rarer. They'll still go down, but they won't go down quite as much as, for example, if you happen to have, I don't know, well, Claudia Pina, right? Claudia Pina was 80k. You might have bought her for. She's now 50k. You lose 40%. Really rare icons and heroes that just does not happen towards. So you always go and buy those guys and try and snipe Oscar Bob. I mean, the bots are going to be making hella coins off Oscar Bob, I think, but yeah, try and snipe that card if you wanted to make some coins here. I don't know how he's 130k. And okay, let's read some of your comments now. And we got D Doza here, and let me actually shout out a couple guys. So iMotions, we've got Romanian 42, we've got Nathan JD. Like, I saw a lot of comments of you guys saying that I'm part of your morning routine, and I'm honored, and I love those comments. I love seeing those. It literally makes my day. And what D Doza said here was like, I wake up to you and Nate, my morning news, haha, damn, I need to grow up. And I see these comments once in a while, like, yeah, I'm still playing at 40, whatever, I need to grow up. I don't know. I will never not be playing video games. I will be 75 and I'll be playing video games to a certain extent, obviously, but I just will be. I love them too much. I've never got the whole like, oh, I'll grow out of this eventually, or when I get to 25, when I get to 30, I get to 40, I'll stop playing. Obviously, you have less time as you get older, of course, but for my hobbies, like, this will never not be a hobby for me. I enjoy it. I mean, obviously YouTube for me is different, and like, I'm incredibly lucky for that. And then someone might say it makes that easier for me than to keep playing video games. But if I didn't have anybody watch me, if I had no YouTube channel, I will be playing video games for as long as I can, really. So maybe I'm just a fucking nerd, right? Maybe I'm just an absolute loser, because there's a chance that that's the case. But I don't know. I love gaming too much. Joker 11 GOAT, thoughts on the Phillies series and ending? If any of you are baseball fans out there, wow. I mean, that was, my hand was in my head, or my hands were on my head. My hands were on my head for like 10 minutes after that. I could not believe what I saw. A man just shit his pants in front of millions. And whenever you see that happen, and like, you know that happened, like, he just got nervous, you have to just feel for the guy. If you're not a Phillies fan, obviously you have to feel for the guy. If you're a Phillies fan, I'd probably chuck my remote at the TV the moment I saw that. But Muay Thai, dude, yeah, my opinion on this year's game is that it's much better than the last year's travesty, but the player base is the same. Being good at this game sucks because all you play every game is Mega Sweats, and down here basically just playing FC 25 can change the game, can't change the weirdos that play this game like that. And I know this is gonna sound like a convoluted take, and it definitely might be, but I, on one hand, hate how EA tries to like divide the player base between guys who promote coins and don't, or love EA and don't, because we are such a massive player base that plays this game that if we like unite on things, which we kind of did do the last couple of years, EA has to make changes. They do not have a choice. We've seen their revenues go down when they don't listen to us. Now, we'll see how it turns out when they do listen to us, right? But we know they weren't, and they were like, no, we got this. And narrator comes in, they did not have this. Like, they did not. They made a terrible game. But also, at the same time, there are freaks that play this game. Like, people that just do not have an ounce of want to have fun, and it's pure pack addiction. That's why they play the game. It's so they can get the best rewards they can. The fun is secondary. It's packs that are the most important thing. And it's unfortunate that that's the way that things are right now. But I do agree that there will always be a certain percentage of players that play like that, and you can't really avoid that. But what I think we can all, like, we can do to try and prevent this and prevent people from playing the game in really shitty ways is just simply do what you have fun doing. You got to play the game in a way that you enjoy it. If you're not enjoying the game on a day-to-day basis, then you just should not be playing it. Of course, there might be periods where, like, I didn't like this certain time of year because there was no patch yet, or the patch ruined this part and they fixed this and I like it more. Like, there's parts of the year that you might not like more than others, but for the most part, it should be about your enjoyment. I like my team. I'm evoing players I like. I'm playing tactics I like. They're just every everything that you enjoy. And in that way, the game can be fun no matter what you're doing. So I think the best way to combat this is to promote that. Like maybe they don't know about how much fun they could be having if they didn't run these like dog shit, excuse me, unfun tactics or just unfun ways to play the game. Maybe they just don't know. So I'm doing that more this year. I'm evoing a ton of Juventus players this year, like just trying to enjoy myself to the most that I can, because I saw some of you out there last year with such fun teams. I'm like, man, you guys are having so much more fun than I am, and I want to, be a part of that. But okay, it's hero pack time, and actually just got way darker in here, so I apologize for that. But it's hero pack time. We will not roulette it this time. We'll just open it straight up, see if that's better luck than last time. We got Dudek, which actually is not the worst player ever, but Ramirez, Matuidi could be in here, and I would probably blow a load, but we're gonna find out right now. It is a women's card left back. Is that Bompastor? That is not bad. I now do not have to do that player pick if I don't want to. That is actually not bad at all. Because she has Whip Pass Plus, but she has nice play styles. Incisive is nice. Anticipate is nice. Quick Step is nice. I know 5'4" or 5-foot defenders are not the best, but I think this is actually a pretty decent pull. Bompastor and Dudek, I will take that. Let me know what you guys got, of course, if you open this. And thank you all for watching and being here. I can't say thank you enough. I love you all. Peace.